Okay, think about this for a second. What if the most important part of your day wasn't that big meeting or a major deadline, but actually the first 10 minutes after you wake up? Today, we're going to dig into how a super simple ritual can completely reframe your entire day before it even really gets going.
Does that sound familiar? I bet it does. You wake up and bam, the day already feels like a mad dash. Your mind's racing, emails, meetings, that to-do list that just never seems to end. It's this common feeling of being on the defensive, right? But it absolutely doesn't have to be your reality.
Because, believe it or not, there is a better way. A much more intentional approach to your morning that can set a calm, focused tone for everything that comes after.
So what's the solution? We're calling it the 10-minute transformation. And here's the real secret. It's not about trying to find an extra hour in your day. No way. It's about finding just 10 minutes of dedicated, uninterrupted focus.
Yep, that's it. Just 10 minutes. It's such a small commitment that it's almost impossible to use the excuse, "I don't have time for it."
And this right here tackles the biggest myth in all of productivity. I just don't have enough time. The source material we're looking at says that's just the wrong way to think about it. The reality? The quality of your attention is so much more powerful than the quantity of your time. Seriously, 10 focused minutes will always beat 60 distracted ones. Okay, so let's be super clear on what we mean by a ritual. This is not about adding another chore to your to-do list, not at all. Think of it more like a mindful practice you choose to do, with the specific goal of setting a calm and positive tone for your day ahead.
And you know, this isn't just some nice, fluffy idea. It has a real neurological impact. When you start your day with intention, you're basically signaling to your brain what's important. And that has a direct, positive effect on your focus, your productivity, and even your mood for hours to come. Okay, so we've got the why down. Now let's get practical. How do you actually build a morning ritual that's perfectly tailored for you?
This is the big question, right? What can you really accomplish in just 10 minutes? Well, as it turns out, a surprising amount. Here are just a few really powerful examples. You could try a little meditation, to quiet all that mental chatter. Or maybe some journaling, just to get those racing thoughts out of your head and onto paper. Maybe some light stretching to wake up your body. You could even just list 3 things you're grateful for, or read a couple pages from an inspiring book.
But listen, here's the most important rule of all. There is no one-size-fits-all ritual. The goal is to choose something that truly energizes you, not something you feel like you should be doing. Personalization is absolutely everything here.
All right, so what happens when you actually stick with this? Let's talk about the payoff, the real, tangible benefits you can expect when you make this a consistent part of your life.
It really boils down to 3 core benefits. A consistent ritual leads to increased focus, a noticeable reduction in stress, and just an overall improvement in your well-being. And the cool part is, these aren't separate things. They all feed into each other. So first up, let's talk about focus. Instead of starting your day feeling like you're being pulled in a million different directions, you begin from a place of clarity. This makes it so much easier to stay on track with what's actually important all day long.
Next up is the huge impact on your mental health. Taking just a few moments for yourself acts like a buffer against all the demands of the day. It has this profound calming effect that helps you manage daily stress before it even gets a chance to build up.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually make it stick? Let's break down exactly how to get started with a simple, actionable plan.
It really just comes down to 3 simple ideas. First, start small. And I mean seriously small. Don't even aim for 10 minutes at first. Try 3 or 5. Second, track your progress. Even a simple note on your phone about how you felt can be incredibly motivating. And finally, think about telling a friend. Having even one person for support can make all the difference in the world. And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important question. It's no longer about whether you have the time, but about how you will choose to invest it. So, how will you use your first 10 minutes tomorrow?